Well, hello there and good day. Thank you so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we found ourselves living in. I'm your host, Jesse Pullman, and today is Monday, November 10th, 2025 at about 4:15 p.m. EDT. You've undoubtedly already read the title of this video, so today we're going to be talking about Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, last night's surrender, the meaning of cowardice, and what I think needs to come next. This might be a little bit of a rant. I do have a script. I'm not necessarily sticking to it right now. To recap very briefly, last night, 8 senators, 7 Democrats, and 1 independent voted to surrender to Republicans and fund the Trump regime in exchange for a promise that Republicans will, at some point, hold a vote on extending the Affordable Care Act's tax credits for 1 year. I suggest that after you finish this video, you investigate who these senators were when they're up for re-election and what you can do about that, if they're up for re-election. We'll get to that. They did not use their leverage to get a guarantee of an outcome on that vote, or to guarantee that the House of Representatives will vote on extending them at all. They just might not. Or to get a guarantee that Trump will sign any such bill that comes across his desk, even if the House agrees with the Senate, even if the Senate agrees to extend the tax credits. They did not even think to use their leverage in the first place to demand an end to the ICE Gestapo's terrorism against civilians, or to demand an end to the Trump regime's unlawful murders on the high seas. Those were seemingly never even considered. No, they surrendered for the pinky promise of a later vote to be determined by the political party which stripped the credits out of the big, beautiful for billionaires bill in the first place. Ask yourself how you think that vote is going to go. Originally, I was thinking of writing a video with this title about Chuck Schumer with regards to his vote for New York City mayor. For reference, he refused to say who he voted for, simply stated that he had voted during a critical election where the 3 people running were a beret-wearing fascist, a former governor sex pest, or Democratic Socialist Muslim. For those who might be confused, the only acceptable vote was for Zohran Mamdani. Cuomo was the sex pest, Slee with a paramilitary uniformed fash. Schumer was unable or unwilling to tell anyone who he voted for. He wouldn't even adhere to the infamous phrase, vote blue no matter who, proving that such a concept is only to be wielded when it suits the powers that be and not when it suits actual progress. But with last night's surrender to the Republicans, Schumer's unwillingness and inability has taken a new, even worse form. To be as charitable as possible to a man who simply does not deserve it. He was completely incapable of keeping his party together. That is proof he is unable to lead. To be realistic, given the specific 8 senators who waved the white flag and the timing of their re-election or retirement, it appears entirely probable that they were chosen to wave the flag. New Republic publication has reported that Senator Jeanne Shaheen, one of the sellouts, has revealed that Schumer was aware of the ongoing betrayal the entire time. That suggests he was a participant to some extent, meaning he may have attempted a strategic choice of who made their votes. Either way, the result is clear. Chuck Schumer cannot possibly retain the title of Senate Minority Leader as he collapsed at leading the minority. But what to do about it? I'm a lifelong New Yorker. I have some opinions on this. First off, Schumer should absolutely simply retire. He's cooked. If he doesn't, second off, Democrats should immediately hold whatever the U.S. Senate equivalent of a no-confidence vote is and select a different Senate minority leader who can more effectively do the job. Circumstantially speaking, at best, Schumer is dealing with something we New Yorkers know as an independent Democratic caucus, which basically means Republicans who run as Democrats to win, but govern like Republicans. Schumer has failed to counter their games, but maybe someone else can. I've heard Van Hollen is a name. I've heard his name come up a few times as a good candidate who would be able to do this. But there are others as well. I'm not taking any stake in that fight right now. That's a fight for another day. As for the question of who should replace Schumer, because he should retire, not just step down as minority leader, he should quit. That's a tricky one, but I have an answer for you. It involves significantly bending my don't talk about 2028 until 2026 rule, but considering that Schumer is not up for re-election until 2028, we are in that territory. The obvious, but not fully thought out suggestion is Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She would be a phenomenal senator and would be someone I would gleefully support. However, her priority on winning in 2026 is kind of a thing. So she couldn't easily declare her candidacy for 2028 right now and start running because it would just be chaotic overlapping campaigns. Remember, she can't do two things at once. Plus, truth be told, if she does do something in 2028, I'd rather see her run for president. Now, I know, I don't care that she has less experience than other candidates might have. I care about her morality, and her morality has always been solid. I care about her policies, and I don't think I've ever sat back and said she's wrong. There's another better choice for Schumer's seat in 2028. New York City Comptroller Brad Lander. Lander helped unify the New York City primary vote around Zohran Mamdani. He's truly a progressive figure in New York politics, and he would be an amazing senator for New York State. He could declare tonight, and I would do my best to support him. It's about all I have to say. I'm still very heartbroken and furious. Ultimately, I think it's going to require a constitutional convention to abolish the Senate, since the Senate only seems to serve oligarchic purposes. That's another conversation for another time, similar to the Truth and Reconciliation video I made a while back. Until then, thank you very much for joining me. If you found this video useful, please do subscribe to the channel. It's getting to be a tight deadline, but if we do hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do a classical style dystopian review on Terminator 0. Those videos do take a lot out of me in terms of image isolation and editing, especially with Netflix making it really hard to screen grab a picture. I can't just be like, here's a picture of the thing I want to talk about. I have to get around screen cap disabling technology, so that's really a frustrating thing. It makes making dystopian reports, or dystopian reviews, I'm sorry, very... it's a headache. I have a headache. But if you do want to see me make that, let me know by subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, let me know what you think about this little rant I went on by leaving a comment, share the video with your friends, and do whatever else you feel like is acceptable to support the channel. I really do want to see this project succeed. Our last video, I know it was a sensitive topic, so maybe the algorithm just didn't want to show any love to it, but it really didn't do well. The one before that, the No Kings video, did really well. So I'm kind of in the middle here, and I kind of want to see how this video does, but share it with your friends. It's the number one thing you can do is word of mouth this. I mean, besides subscribing, the number one thing you can do is word of mouth this. Anyway, thank you all so much for your time. As always on this channel, pieces.